Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. Let's go ahead and talk Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 2. You got to be lying. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns of various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and then hop into the comment section, y'all, so we can talk about it. Episode starts off with Martell is at a photo shoot. He's gonna be doing a calendar that his new manager, who is Monica, has set up for him. Now he said he has known her for years. She's a longtime friend. Excuse me. Nothing has ever happened between the two of them. Um, they're just longtime friends. So he is doing this photo shoot, and there's like he's shirtless, and I won't say topless. He's shirtless and he thinks he needs some baby oil. So he calls Destiny because Madani is, he said, a minute away. So he calls her, asks her to bring some baby oil. She shows up, and the photographer, who I believe is one of his friends that does some real estate with him, or that he's worked with. We've definitely seen this man before. It's like, well, we need someone to put the baby oil on. Destiny said, absolutely not. I am not about to put baby oil on this man. So the manager was like, didn't seem like she wanted to do it either. So Martell is like, I can put it on myself. It's not a big deal. So Destiny asks him, does he just have to keep a male in his life? And Martell is like, no, well, that's Monica. She's the first male. She is the male. Like, trying to make it seem like, Melody, his ex-wife, is just nothing to him. And I'm like, Martell goes above and beyond to do that. Destiny was being super messy by even bringing that up. But all right. So she tells him that she hasn't talked to Melody in a while because of what happened in LA. And she says that Melody was sitting outside her room when she was talking to Tisha, and she overheard their conversation. She said when she met up with Melody the next morning, it was not that Melody is or was upset that they were what was said. It was more along the lines of, you're talking to my enemy. Martell goes on to say, well, you're an enemy now too. He said that Melody wants to keep yes people around her at all times. And if you are not a yes person, a yes girl, a yes man, then, she views you as an op. And there are a lot of people that are like that no matter how deep a friendship is, no matter how close somebody is to them, if you're not telling them yes and agreeing with everything they're doing and bigging up everything they're doing, if you're not a yes person to them, they'll start to distance themselves from you. A lot of people just don't want to hear the truth, to be real. So Destiny leaves, and Martell finishes out with his calendar. So we see Melody meeting up with Stormy, who I'm assuming is going to be a bigger character this season. She got a confessional. We've already, she seems to be, based on the trailer, she's going to be more involved this season. So Stormy is giving her advice on how to do inventory, making sure you don't have too much or not enough. Like, it's kind of hard to do that because of COVID, but just, once you get your inventory right, that's the best thing you can do when you have a business to go through. So she then asked Melody about the reunion, and she was like, did you really not remember giving fellatio to someone? Melody said she doesn't owe Martell anything, and that was not something that she was going to talk about on that show, on that reunion. She says she typically does not talk about that type of stuff outside of the household, and she wasn't going to do it then. So she then pivots and said that she's going to have a Christmas party. She wants her to come. She tells her that Tisha won't be there, Destiny won't be there, and Stormy is kind of shocked about that. She tells her Tisha is no longer allowed in her house because, Tisha was screaming at Melody is trying to ruin her marriage, and all this other type of stuff. So she just does not want to even be bothered with her. And who can blame her? Tisha, everybody was doing a lot on the reunion. The reunion was a complete and utter mess. But Tisha was sitting up there making faces and doing a lot of extra stuff, looking for a moment during that reunion. Like when Destiny was talking to Melody, Tisha really didn't need to interject at all, but she did, and it looked away. It definitely looked away. So she said that is not going to have Destiny because Destiny was talking about her to Tisha, or talking about her in a negative way with Tisha. So those two are just not going to be invited. But Kimmy will be there. Harper, I think she said her manager, and then she said that Tiffany. Stormy said she is not the biggest fan, just based on some of the things that she's seen about her. And Melody's like, you just need to, be around her a little more, and then maybe, your feelings will change about her. Nah, Tiffany is definitely somebody that can dish it but can't take it in. She's very shady. She's rude. Like Tiffany is. All right, Tiffany is what they want on reality TV. Somebody that is going to keep up mess when it's not necessary. So Tisha is sitting at, I guess they're at Scope. And she's talking to Marceau about Scott Manor. When is it going to be done? What is the holdup? So she said that she's wondering when it is going to be done because they moved into the investment property with the understanding they would only be there for about a year until their house got built. It's been 30 months. So their contractor, or one of the builders, I think it's a builder, is their uncle, who is just dragging his feet with it. So they're having this conversation, and Miss Wanda comes in. She has a food truck business. And she was telling Marceau how she was sent Tisha all this paperwork. He asked why. Tisha said because we're investing in it. We're gonna pay for it. He tells her that he didn't know anything about it, and like, what is going on? What type of investing are we doing? What is what is he even gonna specialize in? She tells him loaded potatoes, and it's gonna be called Ishona Wanda. I'm off people putting their names and stuff, i.e. Tammy Talks. How, like, it's Shona Wanda, like, I would think you want to have potatoes somewhere in there, but maybe not. So he then tells her if she makes him a cup of coffee, then he will write her a check. Marceau is so misogynistic. He's so ignorant. My hand is ashy. He's so annoying with stuff like that I don't know how Tisha tolerates it or puts up with it. So Miss Wanda brings up the picture of the guys in Atlanta, which I'm assuming is going to be brought up every episode now. She said he threw Maurice under the bus. Marceau said he did not. It then turns into a conversation about how Marceau said him and Martell have never even hung out one-on-one together. Martell does not drink. They aren't all hanging out and doing stuff like that together. She asked him, has Marceau and Martell ever had an apartment together or rented an apartment together? Marceau won't answer the question. I always feel like, and this is just me, if I ask you a yes or no question and you can't give me a very quick yes or no response back, you are trying to lie about something. You're hiding something, and that's what it looks like Marceau is doing. Even if he is not doing it, Marceau could very well not have any type of apartment or anything like that with him. But the fact that he can't just come out and say it is weird. So he tries to gaslight her. If you don't know me 15 years. My whole thing is like, it's a very basic yes or no question. Marceau says in his confessional that he does not, tote himself as a person that is completely transparent because he is not. Meaning, don't ask me anything because I'm not going to give you a very honest and transparent answer. So Tisha said that all the rumors are laughable because she can see her mom getting frustrated. Like, stop playing around all the time. Why can't you just answer the question? It's a very simple question. Tammy, have you ever had an apartment with so-and-so that y'all use for sneaky leaks? Absolutely not. No. It's very easy to say. So Tisha says in her confessional that she believes Marceau has been 100% honest with her and that the man that God sent to her would never lie to her. And I said, all right, Tisha. All right. Again, it's been so much stuff, but we have never seen any proof, right? So many rumors and allegations, never any proof. So then we have Kimmy and Maurice. They pop up over Jalen's house. Jalen was like, why don't y'all knock? How do y'all just walk on in? And then he yells upstairs, baby, put your clothes on. My mom is here. I think he was just joking with her. But Kimmy was like, is he serious? Like, is this what's going on? They have banter about how he comes to their house, takes their liquor, probably takes their food, typical things. She says she's not worried about him living alone. She is mom worried about him living alone, which is understandable. He asked him about the picture on Instagram. He said that he got into the comment section and he asked if they are okay. Maurice said that Marcel was just being irresponsible by trying to have a funny moment. Jalen said that he got caught up in the comment section and he said he started to question himself, is there really an issue? Like what is going on? But he tells them that he would have noticed the signs. He would have noticed, him coming over and his mom being like, oh, Maurice is just out of town for a week. So they have good, open, and honest communication. Kimmy tells Jalen that he can feel confident in knowing that they don't tolerate infidelity. That's not something they take lightly. You don't have to worry about that at all. So we get to Melody's Christmas party. Kiki, Tisha's cousin, is there, Messy. And she asks, where is the other Mrs. Scott? And she looks at Kimmy. And Kimmy said, well, this is Melody's party, not mine. And she made decisions on the guest list. So everybody starts asking Kimmy how she has dealt with the post. How is she doing with it? And Kimmy is like, all right, so I think all the questions are going to be about me because it does come across as, your husband said that he was not there and his brother posted the picture to say he was. If I was Kimmy, I would not be as okay with that as she is, proclaiming to be. I definitely wouldn't because that tells me that you're lying. You're lying about, why did you lie about that? You know what I mean? What was the purpose in you lying about that? So Kimmy said that they've talked about it. They've dealt with it privately. Melody asks if she believes what's going on around about Marcel. Kimmy says she doesn't believe those rumors personally. Stormy said that post was a deflection. The goal of the post was to get people talking about Maurice so that whatever stuff is going to be coming out about him doesn't catch on. And Kimmy was like, maybe, but it didn't work because, Maurice didn't really catch as much hell with the post. A lot of it blew back on Marcel. Melody tells her to just, keep your eyes open because, I was doing this and I trusted Martell. The whole thing is, Melody is bitter, basically. Melody is bitter because of what happened within her marriage. She is every right to be. But Melody has to stop making these other women who, if they don't want to believe that their husbands are cheating or did cheat on them in the past, she has to stop doing these little, snide comments to where she wants everybody to it's almost like a misery loves company situation where on one hand Melody feels like in her mind she feels like, yeah, I'm just warning them, but it's really backhandedness too. You know what I mean? Because she probably deep down feels like your husbands knew what was going on, which probably low-key means that y'all knew what was going on and nobody told me a thing. So I want Melody, stop doing that to them. Just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Like, you don't have to do that. If Kimmy believes her husband, Kimmy believes her husband. If Tisha believes her husband, Tisha believes her husband. Let it go. Like, Melody keeps interjecting herself into these conversations, and that's where a lot of the drama gets kicked off with too. So Melody talks about how she thought her and Tisha were moving in a good place until at the reunion, Tisha was making a bunch of faces and negative comments whenever Melody had, a segment. So Kiki said that Tisha has had an open and honest, conversation with her about her marriage, and that Tisha honestly believes that Marcel has not done anything wrong. And that's all you can do. If Tisha don't think her husband has done anything wrong, then Tisha don't think her husband has done anything wrong. That's just how it is. So Kimmy in her confessional, it's like if we were going to talk about Tisha the entire time, we should have just invited her. Because, but my thing is, Kimmy, you knew what the topic of discussion was going to be. Y'all are going to talk about the reunion. Y'all are going to talk about why Tisha and Destiny are not there. Kimmy also mentioned how she doesn't know what Tisha and Kiki's relationship is, but she's wondering how Tisha's going to take the fact that Kiki got invited and she didn't. I, I don't know. I know some people are saying that that's messy of Melody. If Melody's friends with Kiki, it's not messy. If Melody is not really friends with her, then it absolutely is. So Tiffany asked Kimmy to go talk to the side. Tiffany wants to clear the air from the reunion. Okay, she said Kimmy was coming at her hard. Kimmy was like, me, and I'm like, okay, Kimmy. I like Kimmy though. But you know, Kimmy was being funny. It's whatever, not a big deal. So Tiffany wants to clear the air. She was not fired from the Chamber of Commerce. She said she quit. She had a conversation with her boss about it. Her boss said, if you want to leave, leave. So it was probably one of those situations where they give you the option to resign. I think it was one of those situations. The way that's how it's coming across. Kimmy said that she does not say things because she's angry. She was just being transparent. But, you know, things came out in that moment. They're good now. That's it. That's the end of it. Tiffany said that Kimmy is a woman of her word. If Kimmy says that they are now cool, then they're cool, so we all can move on. Great. While this is going on, Stormy's nosy ass, because I feel like Stormy's going to keep up a lot of shit this season. Stormy comes over and is like, what are y'all talking about? Business? Business? So Stormy comes over and was like, so do you still work there? And then Tiffany is telling her, no, I haven't worked there in 5 years. So Melody comes over, and now Kimmy has to rehash everything that happened again for the third time. So Stormy was like, it's just, I mean, like, we're going off of the show as an outside person looking in. The show said that Melody knew you through the Chamber of Commerce, or through the chambers. And Tiffany was like, well, that's weird because we met through whatever. And she was like, it's just kind of absurd because it's like somebody, she said it's kind of absurd because it's like when someone said something about you from when you were 12. Melanie caught the shade of it right away. So she takes a drink and it gets really quiet. Stormy's processing, and then Kimmy was like, oh, you being shady. That was not necessary. So, and my whole thing is like, this is what Tiffany does though. Like, they're having just a basic conversation. There was nothing wrong with Stormy being like, well, that's just how the show said it, so that's what we thought. So that's why I said it can't be as easy as Tiffany quit, because why are you getting so offended, right? I remember quitting my job, going to a different position, and people in different company, and people asking me, oh, I thought you still worked at so and so. I never got mad. It was never a big deal. Oh no, you know what, I'm not even there anymore. It was never a big deal. So the fact that she got so mad about that, watching you, Tiffany, I don't think you quit on your own terms. I think it was one of those, we're going to give you the option to resign because we're really letting you go though, basically. So Tiffany is like, so can we get drinks? And Stormy tells her, you might need one, baby girl, because you're doing a lot. You're on one. Stormy says in her confessional that was unnecessary, which it absolutely was. And that her discernment is telling her Tiffany is not somebody that she needs to be around based off of her character. So they kind of tell Tiffany, Stormy gets up, walks away, and Kimmy kind of tells her, like, that was unnecessary. But see, this is what Tiffany has been doing all season. She says little backhanded things, and then when people come at her, she looks like, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the problem is. Tiffany, you're going to have to toughen up, girl, and just learn. It don't take all that. It don't take all that. So if you have not already, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, hop in the comment section, y'all. How'd y'all feel about Stormy and Tiffany's exchange? Let me know. Catch you guys in the next one.